You know what's funny? The guy who tries the hardest with girls is usually the one struggling the most. He overthinks every text. He changes the way he talks. He tries to sound cool, act confident, say the right thing. And somehow, the guy who barely seems to try, he's the one girls notice. Why? Is he richer? Better looking? Luckier? Not always. And here's the truth nobody tells you. Girls are usually attracted to the guy who isn't trying to win them over. Sounds backwards, right? But by the end of this video, you're going to understand why trying harder secretly pushes girls away, and what actually makes attraction happen naturally. Because the moment you stop chasing, something weird starts happening. Girls start paying attention. 1. Why trying too hard fails. Let me tell you a quick story. Imagine two guys at a party. The first guy spots a girl he likes. Immediately, he starts performing, talking louder, trying too hard to be funny, agreeing with everything she says, checking if she's impressed. Every sentence secretly asks, "Please like me." Now the second guy, he talks to her normally. No performance, no pressure. He jokes around, disagrees sometimes, actually enjoys himself, and if the conversation dies, he doesn't panic. He simply moves on. Guess who she remembers? The second guy. Why? Because confidence is quiet, neediness is loud, and girls can feel desperation faster than you think. The moment you start chasing approval, you stop looking attractive. Because attraction doesn't grow when someone feels pressure. It grows when someone feels curiosity. And curiosity starts when you stop trying so hard. 2. Attractive guys don't perform. Here's the first secret. Guys who naturally attract girls don't perform. They don't walk into conversations thinking, "How do I impress her?" They think, "Do I even like this person?" That mindset changes everything. Because now you're not auditioning, you're choosing. And weirdly enough, that shift changes your energy. You stop forcing jokes. You stop over-explaining. You stop trying to sound perfect. You become real. And let me tell you something that took most guys way too long to understand. Girls don't connect with perfection. They connect with presence. Ever noticed how some guys aren't even the best looking, but somehow girls love being around them? It's because they make people feel comfortable. They listen. They laugh naturally. They're relaxed. They're not trying to prove anything. That calm energy, it's attractive. Because it says, "I'm already good with myself." And confidence without words is powerful. 3. The stop chasing effect. Here's where most guys mess up. The second they like a girl, they abandon themselves. Suddenly, their whole life revolves around her, replying instantly, always available, changing their personality, canceling plans, obsessing, and the crazy part, they think this will make her like them more. But attraction usually works the opposite way. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how people become more interesting when they have their own life? Their own goals, their own purpose, their own thing going on. That's magnetic. Because attraction grows when someone feels like joining your world, not becoming your whole world. You don't attract girls by making them your mission. You attract girls by having a mission. That's the difference. And no, this doesn't mean acting cold or pretending not to care. That fake alpha male stuff, most people can smell it from a mile away. Real attraction is simple. You care, but you don't cling. You show interest, but you don't chase validation. Big difference. I once heard a story about a guy who always struggled with girls. Every date felt like an interview. He was constantly trying to impress, buying expensive dinners, planning perfect texts, trying to become the guy he thought girls wanted, and nothing worked. Then something changed. He stopped focusing on getting girls, and started building himself, started going to the gym, focused on his goals, improved his confidence, learned how to enjoy conversations without forcing outcomes. And suddenly, girls started noticing him, not because he became someone else, but because he stopped chasing approval. He stopped trying, and started becoming. That's the part most guys miss. So if you remember one thing from this video, remember this: the harder you try to make someone like you, the harder it becomes. Because attraction isn't something you force. It's something you create, quietly, naturally, by becoming someone who genuinely enjoys his own life. A guy who doesn't need attention usually gets it. And the moment you stop asking, "How do I get girls to like me?" and start asking, how do I become someone I respect? That's when everything changes. Because the guys who attract the most usually aren't trying to, they're just being someone worth noticing.